Okay. Looks like everything is working. And guess what? The Idris is back. I guess shard hopping fixed it. So before we start working on loading up the ships into the Idris, I want to make sure... Let's see. Liveries. I don't have any liveries for the Mark II. Whoops, that's what I meant to do. What about the Gladiator? Okay, that's got Best in Show equipped. And I think, so it's interesting.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So it says the F7A is stored at Levski, but I can claim it. And when it does that, it means that this was the one that was loaded into the Idris. So when it's like this, it usually means that it's still in the Idris. They used to actually say the location would be like Idris, Aegis Idris pad 1, 2, or 3 or something like that. But now it actually says like the like location in terms of where you're at. So let's go ahead and let's see, what do we need to pull up? We need to pull up a Gladiator, Mark II Hornet, one Pisces. Where's the other one? Okay, so it says the other one is... Oh yeah, because I let someone borrow it, so claim that.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Okay, alright, let's go ahead. We will pull the Gladiator.
Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
We'll move that. So, if you weren't watching the stream last night, I had a group of 6 of us, and we literally got fucking nothing done. Because as we were getting ready to assemble, so I had been in Stanton, I had left, I'd gone there to refuel. I had paid for the fuel. It cost me a freaking fortune, because the Idris is a gas hog. But I was also testing the purchasing and auto-loading of repair, refuel, rearm supplies. Which was not working, and I believe it wasn't working because I had already bought some supplies and they were stored on the cargo grid of the hangar of the Idris. Because, and I'll get to the rest of it in a second. So at least I was able to refuel, and then I was rendezvousing with 2 of the people of the group at the Nyx Gateway in Stanton, where I was going to pick them up, and so I parked the Idris by one of the pads there, so that way they could just EVA and cross-stick onto the Idris. And as I was doing that, all of a sudden, I started getting shot at. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And one of the turrets had started shooting at a reclaimer that was sitting right behind me, and was using its hole muncher. It was trying to hole munch me, but my ship was on, the shields were on, I was in Armistice, and so the turrets had started shooting at it, and it was trying to use my ship as cover because it was getting shredded already. Well, apparently there are shield gaps on the Idris that allow for people to use their use their salvage, tools, whether they're scraping or munching or whatever, to destroy a ship, even in Armistice. And so the Idris, with me sitting in the pilot seat with the ship on and the shields at full power, not showing any damage, and then all of a sudden, like I could see like visual things on my middle of my screen, telling me that something was up. It was like blurry, like right in the middle. And then all of a sudden, kaboom, gone. Idris with the Hornet and 2 Hornets and the Gladiator and 2 C8Xs and probably a couple dozen SCU of various R&R supplies, along with a bunch of missiles that we had loaded, and a full tank of gas, because I had literally just topped up. And this motherfucker was able to destroy my ship. And so, yeah. So obviously I hopped in the chat and I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, it's allowed now. I was like, no, that's an exploit. You use an exploit to freaking grief me. Because obviously you're not going to be, like, his shields were down, his ship was going red. He wasn't going to be able to salvage me or anything. You know, and you know, so he got a crime stat and all that. You know, and I was like, no, you just griefed me. And I was like, fuck you. And he's like, no, it's perfectly valid. It's, you know, it's allowed now. I'm like, no, it's not. Why, if it was allowed, why are you getting shot at? You know, we were in armistice, and you blew up my ship because you were able to get through an exploit. You know, you take advantage of an exploit. You know, and he's like, oh, quit your complaining. And I was like, you know, it's valid game. I was like, fuck you, man. Like, you just griefed me. I've got hour, you know, and so we spent like 2 more hours trying to load the Idris back up after dealing with the claims and everything. They gave me a couple 100,000 credits and stuff. And I'm pretty sure it was because the other folks were in my hangar. And because I've never had any issue with the Idris despawning or the ships despawning when it's just me in the hangar and I'm trying to load it up. But because, you know, we were trying to make it so that way I could pull the ships up, they could fly them over to the side of the hangar, and then I could pull the Idris up, and then we could load them up, be efficient about it. It just kept on despawning the Idris and several ships with it. You know, and like one time, like the game just gave me a black screen and teleported me into the sun. You know, like in Nyx, it just was making no sense whatsoever. So finally, we just had to call it quits. You know, I was like, I will take care of the logistics of this tomorrow. Because the other thing is, somehow the ship got, like, when it got disappeared, it wasn't storing. And so it said, you know, something to the tune like storing ship, you know, and so it wouldn't finish storing. And so I couldn't pull it out. I was like, okay, that's it. You know, we're just going to call it a night. You know, we've had enough of Star Citizen shenanigans, all this, you know, fuckery because of one asshole with a reclaimer in Armistice. But apparently switching shards allowed my the Idris to store, so hopefully when we pull it back up, everything will be okay. But I still have to load up the majority of the ships, and hopefully the RR&R resources that we bought persisted. We shall see. So let's go ahead. We'll pull up the other Hornet.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
But after last week's sessions, which were actually somewhat decent, you know, like we really didn't have a whole lot in the way of issues other than not being able to auto load RR&R supplies, you know, and the issues with buying them. It like only would let us buy like one type at a time, and you'd buy it and then you'd have to unload it from your inventory at the station we were at, you know, like onto a ship, and then go back to the kiosk and then buy more. So that was a pain. But once we got everything set up, like everything was working fine. We were launching the strike group from the Idris, and everything was good to go. We were doing a good number of missions. You know, it was a good testing and everything, figuring out how everything worked. You know, we were having fun, and so I was really looking forward to doing more of that last night because we had 6 people, and so we've been crewing the strike group, two Hornet F7As, one Mark 1, one Mark 2, and a Gladiator with 4 people, and then just, you know, parking the Idris. You know, once we QT into the location for the mission, we just, you know, park the Idris and then fly out, go do the mission, come back. But we had 6 people, so we were going to be able to take the strike group and then bring the Idris in, and like I could fly the Idris and one person could man the dual size 7 ballistic turrets, you know, and that way we could do the larger assassinate or kill terrorists, whatever missions that have a hammerhead and a Connie much more efficiently, and, you know, with more fun and cinematics and stuff. So that's what I was hoping to do more of, and it just wasn't working. So I'll get everything set up this afternoon while the kids are napping. Got all my chores done, so I've got a couple hours while the twins are napping to get this done, so that way we're ready to go for tomorrow night's session, and hopefully we can get at least 4 people to join up.
All systems online.
Maybe more. The more the merrier. But we'll see what we can gather, and we'll keep doing that intersect rep grind.
Takeoff complete.
Oops. What I need to do is... Oh, look. It's one of the containers I bought. That needs to get put up into the Idris. Wonder how that got over there.
All systems offline.
The other issue that we've noted, and that's been the fun part for me, is going all academic, doing the testing and stuff, and figuring out what works and what doesn't. So provide some feedback to CIG and such. Is people flying my ships off of my Idris can't use the R&R services. Every time it wouldn't work, and I would have to hop in the ship and repair it, refuel it, all that. So that's an interesting thing. We'll just grab 1 Pisces for now.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
And I'll worry about grabbing the second one at another time.
Please visit us again.
And then we'll pull the Idris, and hopefully we won't have any issues with loading up the ships. But I also have to... I downloaded the stream from last night, so I have to clip out and make an edit in order to create an issue council and report that guy for his behavior. Alright, if you want to grief, fuck around and find out. Oh, I need to pull up my keybinds. We can close this. So just gonna have a chill stream doing some of this logistics stuff. Sorry, I'm just pulling up everything on the stream PC. Okay. Right. And actually, once I get the Idris loaded, I'll probably store it again and then take the Asgard over to the yeah, I'll take the Asgard over to the Gateway, because I have been told that the consumption rates for RMC for repair are pretty high. and so I need to buy
Anvil
more of
Aerospace.
that
All systems
if we're
online.
going to be doing any significant repairs. Because the last session, the Gladiator got really beat up, and we weren't able to repair it.
Takeoff
But then,
complete.
what was really weird is then I took it to, I took it with me. We were able to get it back into the Idris, and I took it with me to Lorville when I took the Idris to Stanton for the fuel run. And I pulled it out and I stored the Idris. And then the Gladiator was sitting on the pad, and the pad wasn't recognizing it. And so it wasn't letting me repair it even in a hangar on a pad. It wasn't recognizing that it was there, I guess. And so I couldn't even store it. And so I had to claim it. And still not sure what happened there. Like, here we have a random Gladiator that got borked, and so I had to brick it. But now I'm like, how do I get rid of it? I guess I need to bring up a ship with a tractor beam and move it into onto the pad, and then see if it'll let me dismantle or whatever it is. The other thing I want to test out is I found a couple videos where there's workarounds for docking. And so I guess after I take the Asgard to go grab more RMC, I think what I'll do is I'll pull the Idris out and go to one of the People's Alliance stations
Your vehicle has been delivered to the
and
following
see if I can get
location.
one of the docking workarounds to work, because that would make it so much easier to use those stations for servicing the Idris, as well as buying additional R&R supplies,
Please visit us again.
rather than going to Stanton or having to do underway replenishments. Hey, Jackie Oman 07, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I haven't heard it. I hadn't heard about it until it happened, and like multiple people in chat. We had probably about 60 or 70 people watching the stream. Multiple people mentioned like, yeah, there are shield holes on the Idris. And they hadn't seen a reclaimer abuse it, but I can't think of any other way that would work. As far as I know, we're not supposed to be able to munch or scrape holes through shields. And my shields were up and power was on. And all of that is like, I didn't take any damage or anything like that. It just all of a sudden went kaboom with me in it. And so now I want to do my best to avoid the stations as much as possible. So when we do have to go and eventually refuel or anything like that, I'll do it with a squad, and that way I can have people watch my back. Hopefully, it looks like that's the identifier for the F7A over there. So let's grab the other F7. We'll pull that into the number 2 spot. And then we'll grab the Gladiator, and then I'll open up the Argo Bay.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Cullen is actually really good about pointing that stuff. It was screaming about repairing your power plant and being invincible when engineering first came out. Oh my god, yeah, I bet that was just stupid ridiculous. It's so, like, some of those things, just like, god, how crazy random is that this was the result of some bug. Like, that's how this manifested in the game as something like this, and then somebody found it, you know, because, like, there's no way that people, like, went looking and testing for that. You know, they just found it. It just was there. The other thing that was really crappy is not that we have all those RR&R supplies, but I had like 8 1SCU boxes towards the rear of the ship, and one of them was chock full of, you know, personal supplies. I had a bunch of max lifts and SRT tools and pyro multi-tools, all the attachments, you know, a bunch of RMC things, you know, a ton of freaking crews, you know, and med pens and stuff, like everything for the crew, and that stuff's all gone now. That's, so far, so good. Okay, let's grab that gladiator. And then we'll grab, well, after we drop off the gladiator, we'll go open the Argo Bay. The Argo Bay is the tricky one. Yeah, just have to report it rather than use it against randoms. And that's the other thing, is I need to, we had a bunch of missiles. I hadn't bought more torpedoes, but that's another thing I need to do, is figure out where in Nyx. I know I can get missiles at the gateway stations,
All systems
but
online.
I need to figure out if there's someplace in Nyx I can get size 5 missiles or torps or whatever they are, to restock the gladiator, because I didn't insure the stock loadout, and so until I can buy some more and then reinsure it, and it isn't even reloading. Like if I try to rearm, it says I don't need anything, and it's like, no, but I want to buy the missiles. Gotta get it right on the line, because, you know, that's how I do. That's weird.
All systems offline.
And we had a bunch of those missiles all stacked up in these side areas. What is really interesting, though, is when you auto-load the RR&R supplies, they go into the upstairs cargo bay that's above the, that's by the elevator. So I need to check and make sure that those are still there. And at another time, I'll pull the other Pisces and do the whole juggling thing. It's just, I think it's easier to do in space to park both of them inside that Argo Bay. But it's just too tight of a fit to have them on the side in the cargo areas in the hangar with trying to get the Gladiator pass because the footprint on the Gladiator is so big. But I like having the Gladiator along, you know, to have that turret gunner and to be able to have some ordnance in order to take out larger, you know, do damage on larger targets and such. Plus, it's just you know, cool.
Online.
You know, a bomber with a 2-fighter escort. Alright, hopefully we can make this happen without jacking it up too bad. There it is. Up. Oh, too far. Alright, so we gotta go nose up this. Back. Nose down, then nose up. There we go. Can't wait till this, like, gantry system thing works. Okay, so now we need to do door open. A little bit higher. Okay. Alright, now we'll go. We can't rearm from here, unfortunately. But I'm not really using these for fighting. You know, these are... once we get to the tactical strike groups, I want to have 2 of these in here, so that way we can launch the boarding operation via these guys. Let's get that all the way back. There we go.
All systems offline.
Plus it's handy because it can carry 4 SCU. So with that 4 SCU, I can do some light underway replenishment. You know, just fly this over to a station, grab some supplies. You know, I could even put some missiles in there without exposing the Idris to shitty fucking people. And then bring it back and offload it. You know, little chores that I can do, you know, when I have time like this on my own and I don't have to involve the whole group. And that way we can get right to playing when we are able to get the group together. Reminds me of driving the MTVR on ship. Sir, I'm not licensed and might sink the ship. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Oh, let's grab that box that's over here. We'll bring that in. We'll run up to that cargo bay and check to see if that stuff is there, and then we'll store the Idris for now, and we'll grab the Asgard and run to the Stanton Gateway. So far, we have success. Probably shouldn't say that. Don't want to jinx it. And actually, while we're at the gateway, I can spend a little money. I'll grab another 1 SCU crate and fill that up with supplies. that door. Well, so far, so good. Didn't want your life story, so he just moved without sinking the ship.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Okay.
Your vehicle has
Store
been
that.
moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again.
Oh, I forgot to check the cargo. Whoops. I like how you have infinite cruise these days. That's handy. Wonder if this one will refill. Mike, hey, how's it going? No, so I think it's just the issue of having people in your hangar. Because I had no issues getting everything loaded onto the ship, like, which is just dumb. The howitzer in tow. Yeah, I could see where that would be problematic. Can't park there. Store that. Okay.
Welcome
And
to the ASOP
let's
Vehicle Retrieval System.
pull the Asgard.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
first we have to
Please visit us again.
Put a paint on it.
Bye.
Ooh. Do I have anything? Oh, they have blades for it now. Okay.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
As already, I knew guys that knew exactly how to drive with the trailer, but that was not something he wanted to hear. I just need it out of my goddamn way so I can launch my boats. Yeah. Knock on wood. Here we go. Okay. Let's retrieve the Asgard.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the... Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Is there anything I need to grab while I'm here? Ooh, do I have any... Should buy a P8 SMG and some mags while I'm over there. That way I have an appropriate sidearm or weapon for wearing a flight suit. Mike says, would it work better with people if you didn't do it in a hangar? Yeah, I think it would be really easy to do it with people if people brought their own ships and we just rendezvoused with the Idris. The only problem is like what people you can get consistently and what they have that fits in the Idris. And so the P8SC is not my top choice. Like I love the P8AR, like that's my style. But I like the look of the P8. No, I don't want the shields offline. I like the look of the P8, and it being an SMG, it's just a decent ship or a job. Yeah, I don't use it because it's meta or anything. Just if I'm going to be a pilot, during this patch, I should look at the freaking part. The other good thing about the P8 is you can get it anywhere. You can get the ammo anywhere. It's really easy to find attachments for it. Yeah, the Karna is also really good, but the Karna is more an assault rifle, and I'm like, if I'm a pilot, I should have an SMG. But like when I'm rolling around in my heavy armor, I carry a Karna and my P8AR because the ammo for the Karna is everywhere. But I also like doing the whole designated marksman thing with the P8AR.
Landing gear raised.
Plus, it's bearing, and I just like the aesthetic of bearing. Let's see. We're gonna do an offset jump to Delta, and then we'll go from there we'll go to Stanton Gateway.
Shields offline.
I haven't done anything on ground in 4.8, but in 4.7 and before that, like finding P8 ammo, P8, Karna, and P4 AR is like the easiest ammo for me to find. There's also the R, I forget what it is. That one's really easy to find ammo for, but I hate it. It's just an ugly gun. Don't like it. Yeah, I haven't unlocked the P8AR, but I have 3 of them from being, as backer / subscriber rewards. So like, it hasn't been hard for me to hold on to them. But you don't get to, the only time I find the ammo for it is if I loot it in loot crates. It's, I never see NPCs using it, so I have to use some discretion in how much ammo I use. But it's a one shot, one kill, but ready to die but never will thing for me. Probably enough of an offset. Perfect.
Quantum drive is now off.
Gotta watch out for the pirates. Already been interdicted like 3 times this patch on the way to just this gateway, so don't approach it directly from Levski or from the other gateway. Good amount of kill shot in those QV stations too. Are you talking about the breaker stations, or? That's the other thing, is I want to find out what kind of loot I can find at the extraction stations after doing tactical strike groups, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what other missions we get there later on in this patch cycle. You know, are they going to treat it like they did the breaker stations, where you can get other missions that take you there?
Quantum drive is now off.
The sound was on there. Okay. Yeah, the rock breaker stations. Those had good, some pretty dang good loot. I did that quite a few times. Came up with a good amount of decent stuff. But I've heard the component drops at the Vandal Tech Smugglers went to shit. So I need to, the other thing after I get all this intersect rep I want to figure out what missions have, if there's any missions where the NPCs have decent component drops, and see if those are still worth farming, and do those with the Idris, and let the whole name of the Carrion Crow, make sense. Go disable them.
Shields online.
Oop.
Landing gear deployed.
Forgot to put it out of QT mode. Oh, it's on the other side.
Check fire.
I didn't shoot. Scrape a little bit of paint off, no big deal. Doors.
All systems offline.
Let's go get what we need to get. else. I need to grab a few more crates and a max lift. Other victuals. Oh, I can store it and then auto-load.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I was worried that would get borked. Cargo center first, get the things that I need.
Later.
All right. Containers. Let's buy 3 more of those. And Cruise Lux. Let's buy 20 of those. And attachments. Buy 10 of those. Buy 10 max lifts. 10 Cambrios. And where's oh, they don't have the ammo for them here? Utility? Huh. I guess not. Hey, Tree, woken up to naked dead bodies recently? No, I haven't. Oh, man. That clip. I really need to be better about clipping things. I thought they had... Maybe there was only at the refinery?
Report to the manager's office if you think it's yours.
Okay. Okay, they do have the canisters here. All right. And we'll just buy them just for the sake of having them. Because I don't plan on doing any FPS stuff anytime soon, so... It's interesting that they sell the mining attachment and the tractor beam attachment, but not the... Oh, there we go. That's what I do. Okay. Now, let's go buy... some more RMC. And missiles. So that way we can at least load the Gladiator for missiles, and I'll figure out where I need to go for size 5s for it. I hope they sell some here in Nyx. I'll have to look. But I don't think they sold them at Teach's last time I checked. Hey, Victoro7, buddy. How you doing? Alright, so... Asgard. Cargo grid. And we want... recycled material composite. And let's do... Ah, this is so finicky. Let's do 4. Take 2 minutes to auto load. Okay. And let's see, I forget what's here. Is there any... No. Alright. And let's weapons. Those.
Smart buy.
Buy a bunch of grenades. And attachments. Let's get some ammo for it. Oh, perfect. I can get some reflex sights. That'll help.
Good purchase. I think you're going to be happy with that.
And John Chavez says, any thoughts on what ships you think should win Best in Show this year? If the Ironclad wasn't so borked, I would say the Ironclad, but it is. So, Best in Show. I guess I would have to say... Gosh, it's hard. Starlight. Let's start things off with a bang. Get the Starlight a Best in Show paint. The Chungus, the goodest boy. Oh, I can't equip a grenade with this suit on. Okay, good to know. Okay. Now, can I buy any ordnance here? That was platinum. There, is there... Upstairs, maybe? Go. All right. Missiles. Okay, so I need size 9, size 2, Vandal infrared. Well, that's all the options that we have here. Okay. Size 3 EM. Size 4 infrared. Let's we'll just buy 10 of these for now. And 10 of these for now. Is that meme, Star Chungus is that meme of the really fat dog with the caption left him at grandma's place for 3 days. Oh. We can get rhinos and panthers here. Okay. At some point I need to swap out the ballistic gatlings on the Idris for repeaters. I'm not going to do that now. I've already spent enough money. Okay. All right. Let's go get the Asgard loaded up. And then we will return to Levski, get this stuff loaded up onto the Idris. And then we're going to watch that video about docking, the workaround for docking, and we're going to test that out with the Idris at one of the People's Alliance stations. And hope for the best. And if we see a reclaimer, we're going to... How to grow broken SC, start with an Idris. I mean, making money is really not hard, but like I'm doing this because I want the experience of doing it. Yeah, not because it's a money maker. Like I certainly didn't, don't have to play like this. But it's a thing that I want to do. Okay, so why do I have a... Oh, there's the quantum fuel. Okay. Why is it still getting loaded? Why isn't it not loaded yet? Game? I told you to auto-load it. Oh, can I load these missiles into boxes? That would be handy. Wonder how many... Now I'm curious. Ah, fuck it. We're not going to waste the time.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Put this in my hands. Bingo. That's what I want. Hooray, it auto-loaded.
Ah, where did it go? Couldn't even stack it nice and neat for me. How dare. How dare. There. Make room for missiles. Actually, we're going to go ahead. Huh. Why does it say that there's another... Did I buy this one and we just take it at another point? It says quantum fuel 0. It's interesting. That's pulling up. We're going to back this thing up to the freight elevator so it goes a little bit faster.
Aerospace. All systems online. Shields offline. Engines online. All systems offline.
Oh, where did that tractor beam go that I was... Where's that max lift that I was just holding on to? There it is. Don't want to lose that. Give us missile racks. I know that was in the Q&A, but it can't Can't come fast enough. Start doing is scavenging wrecks for missiles since ordnance is so expensive. Where do you think you're going? Good thing is, missiles become pretty easy to come by when you're doing a bunch of combat missions, but just have to get people willing to do the scavenging. But that's the whole point of starting up the Scavengers Union org. This week I'll get to work on finishing the org page and putting out some announcements, and then I want to start getting some clips and stuff in order to make like an org recruiting commercial. Why are you not attaching to the grid? Be plenty of grid space there. That's weird. It'll be so nice, like, once you can buy missiles and they, like, come out in a rack, like, up on the... You know, you buy a rack of 10 or 20 or whatever, and they just appear on the freight elevator like that, already stacked, and then you just move the rack. Why are you not doing the thing? What the hell? Oh, that's why. I knew it. 30K. Client disconnect. Yep. That's right. Only takes a second to get back in. I mean, that's the plan, or at least to have racks is the plan. You know, because that's, I mean, how nice would that be to be able to, you know, okay, I want to buy a single missile, you know, and you know, or a handful of missiles and load it up directly on my ship, or be able to say, okay, buy a rack of 10, you know, and it's, you know, or however, you know, what multiples, you know, in terms of like, it takes up this much SCU space and this is how many you can fill in, and that's how many will be, you know, will be per rack, I guess you'd say. You know, kind of like how you can buy, you know, the resupply stuff, you know, repair, rearm, resupply stuff in 1 SCU, 2, 4, 8, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, if I buy size 3 missiles, you can get them, you know, in a, you know, rack that's 2 SCU size, and that rack has, I don't know, 8? You know, and you buy 5 of those, and you have 40 missiles, and you just stack like 5 2 SCU crates. Yeah, they at least stack now. Like that helps, but you still have to like move them one at a time, put them in a stack. But at least like they take up a whole lot less floor space. But I mean, talk about like a
part of the crew,
an unsung quality of life fix when that happens.
Part of the ship, part of the
hey,
crew.
Cred, thanks for the follow.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
Okay. let's get this finished. Hey, Doggo, how you doing, buddy? Turn off that. The good thing is, as much trouble as um, 4.8 has right now, like, here I am playing it and doing a whole bunch of things, and, like, it works. Like, is it great? Abso-fucking-lutely not. But have we had much worse patches? Fuck yeah, we have. And so I think it's a pretty safe bet to say that, you know, over 4.8, 0.2, and 0.3, you know, we'll be in a good spot. You know, in it's not oh, that one's stuck. You know, before we get to 4.9, the game will be in a pretty good spot. You know, they'll have ample opportunity to get in a lot of fixes and improvements and so on and so forth. Yeah, it just sucks that we have to suffer through this right now, you know, the issue that we've been having. Winding down the workday while running a couple courier missions on Hurston and praying for no more I will pray for you, friend. Why are you not wanting this? There we go. No, why? Why are you not? What is with this one missile? Oh no, are you kidding me? I had another 30k? What the fuck? Seriously? That's the most frequency that I've had these. You know, to have two, like, essentially back-to-back like that is unheard of for me. I usually have, like, 1 to 3 in a 3+ hour long session, but to have them back-to-back like that, wow. Yeah, the life of the Carrion Crow's Ordos. Yeah, last night was rough, man. It was rough, but, you know, you gotta take the bad with the good. Just let it, you know, be the duck, let the water run off your back. The mule will eventually be useful. I'm not entirely sure how. But the Eye of Development Sauron, as Jared always says, will make its way back to the mule. And it will have its place. You know, it just needs a little love. I'm gonna grab my water bottle real quick while this loads back in. All right. For fuck's sake. Turn off global. Go away. Come back here. You. Why are you not? Is it gonna 30k me again? What the fuck is going on here? What? I didn't even have the... Okay. Whatever. Oh, whoops. I have to put this one. I'll just put this one into storage here. Okay. I also need to put some combat armor into a crate for me. Yeah, they're gonna have to do something to the mule in order to make it fit and be more useful.
Aerospace. All systems
I don't know
online.
what that is, but like they've said more than once, you know, every ship and vehicle will have a role and will have a place. You know, it's just it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And that is one thing I trust about CIG, especially is due to that being a that's John Crew's
Shields
shop.
online.
And we've heard enough from John Crew where I'm like, I'm not worried about that being a problem at all. I'll drop one from the radar and put one additional pip into the coolers. And now we're good to go. Okay.
Takeoff complete.
You know, there's enough perfectionists on the ship team, you know, that they'll get that sort of stuff done. It's not going to be in the timeline that we want or even the timeline that they want, but, you know, it is what it is. All right, let's make
Landing
a
gear raised.
offset jump to Theta again.
Shields offline.
And they said in the monthly report they were looking into those 30K disconnects, but they're not looking into it fast enough for my liking. I need help.
Quantum drive is now on.
Yeah, the courier missions and going to the distro centers, like, that's one of my solo things. You know, that's how I grind for easy, you know, relatively low effort and safe UEC, along with, you know, getting some loot and some supplies. I just can't wait for them to make more use of the distro centers and have them have more of a industry focus, you know, and purpose, or industry
Quantum drive
focus.
is now off.
Yeah, if the mule got a tractor beam, I think that would really help it out. You know, be able to use the, you know, the way the Atlas works and be able to yeet a box onto it, you know, and then, or maybe even yeet a box onto it and then turn and yeet a box onto its back and run with, you know, like 2 SCU. You know, whereas the Atlas has to walk all slow like. Oh, nice! I got some good rep out of that. Yeah, once I get the intersect rep to where I want it, I am not gonna do these anymore. It's just because I want to do the tactical strike groups with an actual strike group and go through the experience. You know, I'm you know, I'll probably run them a few times because the rewards are good. but you know, I'll get back to smaller group gameplay, but also using the Carrion Crow as a Carrion Crow. That's what I want to do. Hey, Narcos.
Shields
Thank you,
online.
thank you. Yeah, we're just doing some Logi gameplay.
Shields offline.
Getting things ready so that way I won't be streaming tonight because we're taking the kids to go get the boys' haircuts
Is now
and going
on.
out for pizza afterwards. And then after night, it'll probably be an early night for me, but I intend to set up a group or try and get a group set up for tomorrow night. I wanted to do Friday night, but I didn't realize my sisters-in-law are coming Friday. We're going to a friend's wedding on Sunday, and I didn't even know they were invited. So I think I'm going to be beholden to spending time with family on Friday and through the rest of the weekend. Narcos work. But I can't see work without hearing the the orc saying it from OG Warcraft. Work. Something you doing? Yes, my lord. Or the was it the dwarven balloon that came from behind? I'll have those. I'll be screaming those like in the old folks' home when I'm demented and shitting myself. StarCraft 2 is a great game.
Now off.
I really like the aesthetic of it too. Should pull when we land, I think I'm gonna pull the Atlas up into the freight elevator and get things loaded up that way. I think it might speed it up a bit. And then I can just leave the Atlas on the Idris.
Shields online.
Come on, hanger. What do you want? Where is my hanger? Guys. Don't make me land on a pad and unload this shit out in the open. What is this pad? It'd be neat if that door actually worked. I don't think it does, though. Are you kidding me? Are the landing services not working? Trying. Come on, I just left here a little while ago. Star Citizen, if you're gonna start citizening me now, I'm gonna be very upset. That pad's occupied. Someone parked their Idris on that one. What the hell? Oh. Well, that works.
All systems offline.
Exterior cargo
Anvil
goods.
Aerospace. All systems online.
Yeah, Cred, I've had issues with Levski, and obviously, like, docking isn't working, hardly at all now. And so I'm just trying to get the Idris loaded up and out. I had this issue with the Idris the other day, though, where my landing gear wouldn't go down. The VTOLs, all that free salvage and no one can get it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Now it worked. Took long enough. Pads need a 5-minute timer and convince it's a PvP tactic to block refueling. I just hope this freight elevator works. Yeah, and Levski's been like that since this came out. Like, docking breaks, the freight elevators regularly break, like... What was this for? That's not good. Okay, I think what I'm going to have to do is shard hop. Something is not right here. I'll go out into space, bedlog, try a different shard and see if that'll let me land. I haven't had issues with landing at Levski so far this patch, but it's the first time for everything.
All systems offline.
I definitely didn't tell it to do that.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online. Shields online.
The game's freaking hallucinating.
All
No.
systems offline.
I did not click that. Damn it. Never at any point
Anvil
do I want
Aerospace.
to click
All
that.
systems online.
No. No.
All systems
You piece of
offline.
shit!
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Look at how far away I am from that button. And it's literally like blocking everything. I can't. Nope, nope, nope. Fuck it.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
We'll go towards Alpha. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Shields offline.
Guess we're going to that one.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. All systems offline.
Man, the hoops I'm jumping through just to play right now. All right. Well, bedlog. Try. Let's go to Oz. See what happens. Alright. Try this again. God, and the stupid notifications bug. Is it a big deal? No. Is it annoying as fuck? Yes. ATC wasn't giving you a hanger either? Oh god, that's not good.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
All systems online, except for the ones you need.
Online.
Let's see if this works. Okay.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, Levski, don't fail me now. Just need to land so we can unload this stuff and get the hell out of Dodge.
Shields offline.
Hooray! Thank God. Thank you, Australia. Well, that's weird. It gave me a medium hanger instead of my XL hanger. I'm not complaining because I'm getting in there, but why? How do I get there? I've never gotten a hanger over here before. Huh. That's a first.
Landing gear deployed.
Hybrid 5 would give you full points for that landing. All right. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. What I need to do is just put this into the container with the others. This one? No. This one? Yes. Okay. Send this down, we'll send this down, and hopefully it'll let me store.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has
Store.
been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us.
John Chavez, I actually have no idea, just because, like, I don't even know anyone with an Idris M.
Welcome to the ASOP
But, like, you have
Vehicle
so
Retrieval
much
System.
cargo space just in the main hangar, like, and the fighters and stuff just absolutely sip fuel, but it does seem like the RR&R
Please visit us.
can go through a lot of RMC. And so that's part of the reason I want to do this so much, just so I can test it out and see how it works and how it doesn't, and provide some feedback. You know, it's just like anything else that comes out in the game. The majority of things I try to at least experience. That way I can at least speak semi-intelligently about what the game is doing.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
It says it's here.
Please visit us again.
Are you gonna let me go to my extra large hangar though? And then pull it? Because I don't trust pulling things from here. Makes me nervous.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
How are you gonna pull an Idris into
Please
a
visit us
medium
again.
hangar? Okay, morbidly curious. Huh.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered to the... Please visit us again.
Okay, let's see. I need to pull
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle
the
Retrieval System.
Atlas.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Oh, dang it. That was my mistake. I don't want the Idris up here yet. Because I need to equip the missiles onto the Gladiator. So we'll just send it back down, and it should let me equip them. We'll see. Again, we gotta test this. Because they do need to make that work. Like, if your vehicle is stored in another vehicle and it's at a hangar, you should be able to change the loadout and everything. Okay, so we need containers. What containers do I have here? Okay, so there's the RMC. I'm gonna see if it'll let me put missiles in here. What are these other containers? And then I want ordnance. All right, let's what's the default loadout for the Gladiator? I think it's 4 size 3s and 8 size 2s. Hold on. We're gonna pull that up. Circle. Okay. Gladiator. Okay, so yeah, 4 size 3s, 8 size 2s, and need to get some size 5s at some point. Oh yeah, and after we get done with this, we're gonna see if we can make it over to the other station, so I can do that docking fix. Oh, Lord, that's loud. Okay, so we're going to pull up... Actually, let's send the Idris back down so I can see if I can pull up.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our stop. Please visit us again.
If I can load the ordnance directly onto the Gladiator as it is. So, vehicles. Okay, it only gives me the Idris, not anything aborted. Okay, good to know. So let's go ahead and...
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Retrieve the Idris.
Your vehicle has please visited.
We'll retrieve the Atlas. And container. Let's put this one. See if it'll let me load missiles. And then we want ordnance. This one up, and let's see if it'll let me do it. Oh, neat. Okay. It seems to be working. All right. How did I get just a random cooler? Oh, got some bricked cannons. Random repeaters. I don't know what these are for. Defense division. Oh, those were rewards. How do I get rid of these brick things? That's interesting. I said bring the Idris back up.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered to the follow. Please visit us again.
Excuse me, game. I asked for my ship. When I ask you for my ship, I expect you to give it.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
Hello. There we go. Finally. How rude. Is there anything in these? A couple of them I put stuff in. I didn't realize I had these other boxes though. Okay, so this one's got the cruise. This one's got the tools. Weapons and ammo. Wait a minute, how did I end up with weapons and ammo? How did we end up with 2 weapons and ammo crates? Interesting. Okay. Let's see how much of a pain in the butt it is to get this stuff loaded. Come on, Turbo Walker. Oh, but now that I have those missiles, I wonder if I can access them via the VMA on the Gladiator with them being in a crate, or do I have to unload them out of the crate? Or will I even be able to unload them? I've never done that before, now that I think about it. Push the button. Do I not have the range? Oh, boo. Really? Why did it let me grab that first one, but not this next one? Ah. Oh, that's weird. All right, let's use this lift. And we use both lifts. guess the elevator doesn't have a freaking grid. This works okay. It'd be awful if the dang elevator, made my ship blow up, moving these freaking crates up there. That's weird. How did it end up way the hell over there? Anything else over there that shouldn't be? Let's send this one. How do I have to? Get squished. Up we go. Main deck. Okay. Aha, there's the other resources. Hooray! Ship ammunition, quantum fuel, countermeasures, decoys. This back here. Should be ammunition size 4. Should be ammunition size 4. We're gonna put the ammo and the countermeasures. Whoop. Here. Shit organized. put RMC. So we're gonna need to make a pass. So let's put the decoys. Countermeasures. Ammo. Ammo. Put the RMC in its own spot over here. Let's see if we can actually make use of those missiles while they're in the crate, because that would be super handy. Come on.
Part of the crew.
Wait, no.
Part of the ship. Part of the crew. Part of the ship.
Hey.
Part of the crew. Part of the ship. Part of the crew. Part of the
Sacre.
ship.
How do you say that? Thanks so much for the support. Really appreciate it. All right, let's... this here. Don't fall on me. Oh, Corbin House, the new toys in the background, yeah. I still need to make time to fix the light kit on this. I got a replacement light strip for that far side over there, and it should work. I need to fix that, and I need to get a USB cord for it. Oh, that's small down. So that way I can run it off of USB power versus USB to battery pack power. And of course I still need to build BB-8 up there. I've got R2-D2 down there that I need to build. You should see the castle shelf upstairs in the playroom. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's gonna be about time for the kids to wake up, so I need to wrap this up so I can get the ship out of the hangar and out into space. Alright, so let's see if I can load the... Oh, you can't... I don't think you can I think you have to manually restock the missiles. Unless it's part of the default loadout. We're gonna have to see. We'll just look real quick.
Online.
Wait a minute. Where's my other Hornet? I know I had loaded both of the Hornets.
All systems offline.
How did it store and not store the Hornet? Well, that's annoying. Okay, we're gonna have to... let's move you out of the way over here. We'll have to pull this forward to make room for the Hornet. I don't know how that happened.
All systems online.
You guys were here. You saw that I had the all 3 ships lined up in here. And one of them magically ended up back in storage here at Levski somehow. So that's weird. Here, let's see. Landing. Yep, see, it says no service required. So if I manually load them, though, I wonder if it'll somehow save the loadout? I don't know. We'll have to see if it says anything once I put them on the grid. I guess I'll have to take them out of the crate and put them in the grid.
All systems offline.
Let's store the Idris. Pull out the Hornet again. Running out of time. Whee! I hurt my ankle. I know, Toro. I know, we're almost done. Toro's my dog. Toro, we can't leave the kids here and go to the park. That's not how that works. They'd probably be fine? Yes. Would mommy be very angry with daddy? Absolutely yes.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Yeah, somehow. How weird.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Drink another cruise real quick. What's been interesting is the cruises have been refilling themselves in between play sessions. I come back on, and the cruises in my storage are full again. I've been drinking the same cruise bottles over and over and over again for like the last 6 play sessions. See, I'll just right click, store it. And then when I get on tonight or tomorrow or something,
Welcome.
if only
to
it was the
ASOC Vehicle
F7A
Retrieval
Mark
System.
1 that got stored, because that's the one I wanted to pull out and put the paint on. I'll have to do that another time.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Okay. And the missiles really aren't that important. It's more of a figuring out, what's the best way to do it and what actually works versus doesn't. You know, do I have to put the missiles onto the Gladiator, ensure that loadout, and then that way it'll save that loadout, and so it'll know to restock those missiles? Or will it just restock whatever missiles it has that are the right size, but they have to be on the cargo grid and not in the container?
All systems online. All systems offline.
Maybe once we get the Idris out into space, I can take some of those missiles out and put them on the grid. And then... and then see if I can get the Gladiator to do its thing.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Okay. Let's get this thing loaded up and get out into space and get away from this place. So after I get this thing all set up and we get our intersect rep where we want it to and go do tactical strike groups a little bit, I want to start using the Carrion Crow to run the missions where the NPCs have the best components for scrapping. And then I'll take the Gladiator out. I'll replace it with an MPUVT.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Or I'll put the MPUVT in the Argo Bay and put
Takeoff complete.
the C8s where the Gladiator is. I'll put 2 C8s and maybe a C8R. And that way we're ready to go for ground or space missions. But then if we're doing space missions, I can use the MPUVT to quickly pull apart wrecked ships, take components, take ordnance, pull the skin off them to repair. Basically, use all parts of the animal. That's a good spot.
All systems offline.
Okay, let's get up and out of here. But then I can use the C8s and the C8R. Use the C8s for underway replenishment, but also, essentially as drop ships. Go do ground missions and loot and scavenge. But then also to be able to have fighters as escorts for those missions. And a tier 3 bed on the C8R. Do on the spot healing for tier 3 injuries and such, and respawn as needed.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green. Launch complete. Landing gear retracted.
Let's see, where do we want to be? Let's head over to Alpha. That way we're fairly equidistant between the two gateways and Levski. Honestly, John Chavez, I don't know. Like right now, like after going through the Q&A,
Shields offline.
I don't think that like the if it fits it sits will not translate to if it fits it'll get service. It'll be interesting to see how that goes, as well as it won't translate to if it fits You know, if it fits, you know, you're not going to be able to do vehicle spawning. I think it's just going to be one vehicle per pad. You know, if you want to put more on there, you can do it manually, but like the vehicle spawning won't support it. But we'll just have to wait and see. That's why I'm playing it this way, is to avoid issues, but also to be able to scramble and then also re-land aircraft in a efficient manner. That's good enough.
Quantum travel complete. Shields online.
Alright, let's go back to the cargo bay. We'll see if we can unload those missiles. How dare you? Logistical nightmare concluding. Yeah. I don't mind it so much. It's cathartic to an extent. And knowing that it's all set up and I just need people to rendezvous with me, or I can go in the C8 and go pick them up. What I should do is take the C8 and then go put some seats on the grid and go, and that way I can carry more people with it. All right, let's drop. So let me drop it. Oh no. Well, that's unfortunate. So I can't unload this crate onto the ground. Drop item. 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 Playing Helldivers 2 with 77 mods enabled. Yeesh, that's a lot. Well, that's a pain in the butt. It won't let me remove these from the crate, which means I'm going to have to bring them back somehow. And then take them out of the crate, put them on a freight elevator, then load them up onto another ship, and then bring them back. But it's good to know, because now I know that that doesn't work. Here, while we're at it, we're gonna bring that back. We're not gonna bring it back, we'll bring it back downstairs. Down to the hangar. All right. Put this one. We'll put this right here. We're going to leave the ones with stuff on this side. We're going to put the empties over on the far side with the Atlas in front of them. And what I'll do when I get a free moment, I'll go take the C8 back to Levski. I'll grab 2 SCU containers so I can put some missiles in those. I'll come back and I'll load the missiles into the 2 SCU containers, bring them back to Levski. And that way I can get them out, put them on the grid of the C8, and then bring them back to here. Whole bunch of shuffling, but that's how you test this stuff. Figure it out. Ah, okay, so this one, you stay over here. This one, do we seriously have 2 with tools? How did I end up with 2 of them full of tools? Okay, there's this one. Okay, this one's guns. Why does that not let me cycle back and forth? This one seems empty. Where's the one with all the crews in it? There it is. Okay. So we got... Wait a minute, we do have 2 with tools? Or is it just borked? Huh. It seems like a weird replication bug, but I'm not gonna take a gift horse in the mouth, so to speak. This is the one that's supposed to have the... What is going on here? Where'd my one with all the crews go? Tools. This makes no sense. Oh, Star Citizen inventory. I think the back end is just struggling or something. It's like, why do you have so much stuff? Why are you trying to keep track of everything? Okay. Weapons. On the left. Tools. Center left. Empty. Even though I had a box with 20 crews in it. Tools, center right. Somehow my box with 20 crews no longer has 20 crews in it. Great. Okay. That is enough of that. Let's go ahead and bed log before the kids wake up and get pissed at me. That way I'll be mostly ready to go for the next session, and I'll try some of the docking stuff probably this evening. Why is the rum always gone? Why is the cruise gone? Okay. Let's find someone to raid on Twitch. bed log here. Let's see. Anyone I'm following? It's playing right now. Yeah, we'll raid Real KG. He's a good dude. All right. Here we go. Starting the raid. Now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, raiding now. Cheers, everybody. Have a great afternoon or rest of your day. I will see you again soon. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.